In terms of academic achievement, Wake County is a nationally recognized school system.
Because of the good schools here, the economy has actually boomed and prospered. Are they really trying to reverse all that we've accomplished in these last 30 years?
Big money is definitely trying to change people's lives here. The Koch brothers are fabulously wealthy billionaire oil barons.
Free enterprise, capitalism is alive and well.
It does appear that the conservative think tanks and foundations are eager to move back to an earlier time in terms of the way we run schools. And they're definitely pushing an agenda to resegregating the schools, but there's also a real push towards privatization.
The Koch brothers, of course, have a national libertarian agenda, and they have brought it to Wake County by means of the school board elections, and they want to destroy, really, the model of equal schools, equal opportunity for every child.
It has also sparked this protest right in front of the Wake County School Administration building.
They do not like a large public school system, and they were determined to take it apart as quickly as they could.
The Wake County School Board threatens to turn back the clocks to an era of segregation. We must stand up and fight back.
We're on the record talking about the most significant local school board election since the 1970s.
Follow the money, you can see it, it's real. The connection between the Koch brothers and what happened here with the Wake County School Board could probably be best traced if you look at Americans for Prosperity.
My brother Charles and I provided the funds to start the Americans for Prosperity.
Americans for Prosperity, they were gunning for the diversity policy all along.
The future of the Wake County school system is on the line.
In just a few weeks, 4 of those school board seats are up for grabs.
The Koch brothers didn't put money directly into the Wake School Board elections, but indirectly, Americans for Prosperity helped the school board candidates on their agenda.
It's beyond my wildest dreams how AFP has grown.
It was the Americans for Prosperity and the Koch brothers. They were like in The Wizard of Oz, the Oz behind the scene, pulling levers and making things happen. I really had no idea.
We worked so hard running for school board, and to know that our opponents were backed by these billionaires.
For me, my opponent, we had forums and debates, and she really pitched forced busing.
The school board crossed the line with forced busing.
Forced busing is absolutely a code word. It's a term bussin' used in the South by George Wallace.
Segregation now, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever.
The voters in Wake County and North Carolina have rejected a forced busing policy.
We are winning the battle against forced busing.
My opponent, he just mainly talked about, he stressed neighborhood schools.
Neighborhood schools, neighborhood schools, neighborhood schools.
Neighborhood schools means we have our own schools and the blacks have theirs.
We heard loud and clear across this county, people wanted to go to a neighborhood schools model.
We should have our right to choose our own neighborhood schools.
He didn't talk about student achievement and helping all our schools get better.
There are always ways to improve the education of our students.
We went to a gunfight with knives.
The heated race is over.
Justice! What do we want now?
And don't make any mistake about it. Your plan that you're putting forth today will resegregate the schools.
We had no idea what the stakes were.
In one election, they now have the majority needed to change the way students are assigned to school. A big shakeup on the Wake County School Board could now impact tens of thousands of local families.
People have not really taken the time to listen to the students who are actually in these programs. We met before 6th grade and we were in the dance ensemble together.
We consider each other twin sisters.
If it hadn't been for the diverse school system, I don't think we really would have had a chance to become such close friends.
This pretty much describes my education since kindergarten. This is diversity. When you walk in our classroom and you see the different types of students and the different people, this picture really does represent what it actually is.
Moses, come on, it's time to get up. Let's get started. Robert, let's go.
Y'all come on and let's go. We gotta get ready. We want to make sure that they get the best education that public money can buy.
Well, oh, there you go. One down.
With that idea, we've been able to make sure that they are receiving advanced classes.
The school board has started the process of phasing out the busing for diversity policy.
They're moving so quickly with what they want to do.
We're not going anywhere.
It happens so fast, and they're going to continue. The more they have in power, they're going to change the rules, the laws, whatever they can.
I think you'll find that the student voice has kind of been lost through this whole process.
Let's go.
The Koch brothers and America for Prosperity and that ideology is very simple. What they're actually trying to do is dismantle the whole public school system.
If this policy goes through, the schools will become segregated. I don't believe the courses, they will not have opportunities to take the advanced courses. That's critical that they have opportunities, resources, so that they can become a productive citizen.
There would be enormous impacts on the schools, especially in the urban parts of the county. So you'd have an enormous concentration of poverty in that school. And with it comes all the related social problems. People aren't going to want to teach at that school, and suddenly education in that school is going to suffer.
It worries me about my sons because we had a game plan. We did not think we were going to have to change.
Do you have your agenda so you can see what your assignment is?
If we don't get ready, it's going to be even rougher, nastier than what it is.
I am a part of the first group of students moved. I strongly feel that it's racism. I strongly feel that it's segregation. And it was all by surprise, all on short notice. I've lost my communication with the teachers, relationships with the students. I'm just disconnected right now. The school board's decision to do segregation has really made it difficult for students like me to adjust and kind of grow.
What happened here really woke people up.
Battle lines are drawn for the issue of diversity in the Wake County schools.
There was a tremendous outcry over what the school board was doing and tremendous resistance to moving backwards.
People got really riled up and pushed back hard.
Education is under attack.
There were enormous protests at the school board meetings.
We say no to Jim Crow.
People were arrested.
We're heading down a rabbit hole, and we're getting so far down that rabbit hole, there's not going to be a way to get out of it.
The local NAACP filed a civil rights complaint with the federal government.
Fight we will for the future of our children.
They also filed a complaint with the accreditation agency.
Backwards never, forward never.
We don't want to be left out of this decision because we're the ones going to school.
Breaking news on this election night in the Triangle, a shift in power for the Wake County School Board.
A shift in the balance of power, the conservative majority no more.
We're likely going to see a lot of changes.
Big changes. The conservative takeover is over.
This election was a rejection of the brand of politics that the Koch brothers stand for.
The celebration continues.
Koch brothers, Americans for Prosperity, they brought in Tony Tata. Superintendent Tata was fired.
To the Koch brothers, why don't you just leave? Leave us alone. Leave our children alone.
As far as the school board in Wake County is concerned, the Koch brothers, they are an unpleasant memory. They failed. Things have calmed down. We have the school system back that we were always proud of. But they've moved on. They've set their sights now on taking over state government. which they've done. They've taken control of the state legislature. They elected governor in 2012 with a lot more money and much more openly since Citizens United. So the Koch brothers are not history in North Carolina. They're very much present. We're still at war.